your interview with the former executive vice chairman of the NCC, Dr. Ernest Ndukwe. It's a testimony to this. I think we also have that interview. We are going to play it for for our viewers. But quickly, what was this good governance rollout all about?
Yeah, thank you. I think what the regulator has done, due to the cries of stakeholders, the need to preserve the industry. Too many companies were failing.
Okay.
And they failed for so many reasons. Because see, companies don't just die. There are reasons. In the same way that companies don't just succeed.
Okay,
there are factors, why
yeah.
they do that.
Yeah.
So, in looking at that, people just felt in 2012 the need to put together, a kind of memorandum so that we can look at the long run implication of saying you are a telecom company. Because when a company fails, there are consequences.
Okay.
There are costs, both human and financial. Because a business folds up, employees are exited.
Yeah.
Families are affected.
Jobs are lost.
Jobs are lost. Those that were in school, probably in relatively good schools, will be withdrawn because of the consequence of that. Okay. Possibly when you think that in the next 5 years I should be entitled to a pension, all that just evaporates. Okay. So now there is a document which stakeholders will also study. Okay. It's about 35 pages. Okay. But the central points of that is that there is a provision for code of conduct and as well risk management and internal control. These are usually the places where you have abuses in companies. Okay. So somebody sets up a company, he can go to the finance director, say, give me such amount. Yeah. And then he travels. Yeah. Yeah. When that money ends, he makes a call. Okay. He put money in that account without knowing that he has almost taken 30% of the company's resources. Okay,
well, we'll take a break presently, but, some people will say, why regulate a company that, incorporate, okay? How the strategy to succeed, strategies to fail are entirely my own responsibility because I've used my funds to bring about my company. I've employed personnel that I think can succeed with me, Because let's face it, some companies already fail from the choice of selection of personnel. You bring your brother to come and be a general manager when he knows nothing about that business. You already know where you are going.
Who does that? Okay, it's between the chairman and the CEO.
Okay, we'll come back to all of that after this break. It's GlobalNet Show. All right, it's a GlobalNet Show, and our topic this morning is looking at first good governance guidelines as announced by the regulator, and also continue our countdown to the licensing of the infrapools, those companies that will be in charge of providing broadband services across Nigeria. Okay, quickly, because of lack of time, Fidel, still on this good governance, okay? Before we went on that break, some people have articulated that why should regulators interfere in the affairs of private companies, so to speak? Also, even just last week, you saw the reaction of FIFA to some perceived interference in the way the FA is run, in each of the country. And now a business in which you have set up by yourself, in which you have been given license to do, in which you have constituted your own board, and somebody comes from outside and say, these are the ways in which you must run things here. Why is it important that government, number one, must prevent abuses? you know, and make sure that, the right guidelines are set up, even though they are private companies, because those sectors are important to the national economy.
It's equally essential it is to check impunity of the CEOs.
Okay.
Often, once CEOs become very powerful, most of them, they pocket the board. And once they have the chairman, that they can pay his hotel bills and travel expenses, he compromises that statutory duty of oversight on the management of the company.
Okay.
So you find CEOs doing the way they like.
Yes.
And once they've pocketed the chairman, the next available person is the CFO.
Yes.
So once you do that, as we found in the banks, you become an imperial leader.
Yeah.
So what this thing sets us to do is to curtail impunity and put those structures in place that will self-regulate the operations and even what the CEO does. In fact, there is even a clause now for whistleblowing, that once, even if you're an employee or you're a management staff and you see one or two things, you can